Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday morning. Glenn Calloway from the basement. Thank you for joining me. Something I forgot over the last few days. I just celebrated my 5th year on YouTube on the 29th of March. I just let it go by. So, happy anniversary. First of all, my day was made this morning. You know, I have been going on and on and on and on and on about Widespread Panic. I just freaking love this band. And I've been asking you guys to give this album, Street Dogs, a listen. It's not one of their earlier albums, but I just freaking love this album. And I think everyone who likes rock music would love this album. I got a viewer response this morning on my Eric Clapton video from a gentleman by the name of Michael McLean. Thank you, Michael. I want to thank you for turning me on to Widespread Panic. That Street Dogs album is awesome. If the rest of their stuff is half as good, I'm on my way to being a spreadhead. That is not even their best album. So, Michael, thank you. You made my day. Now, if any of you other guys would please listen to this album and at least give me feedback on it, I would appreciate it. Okay, so today I want to. I picked 10 albums, one from 10 different genres of music. My favorite album from 10 different genres of music. Okay, and they're not in any order. However, I pull them. Classical music. How much classical music do I have in my collection? Almost zero. But, one of my favorite artists on the planet is Bela Fleck. And Bela did a classical album. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Perpetual Motion. It's incredible. He has stuff from Bach and Debussy and Chopin and Tchaikovsky and Brahms, Paganini, Scarlatti, Beethoven. It's a gorgeous album. It's solo banjo, but it just sounds so nice, really. That's my classical album. Best folk album. I picked Bob Dylan's Freewheelin'. I consider Bob's folk years just his first 4 albums. After that, he's not a folk artist anymore. So I couldn't pick anything else. Freewheelin'. What an album. Blowing in the Wind, Girl from the North Country, Masters of War, Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. I mean, come on. Just those songs alone are enough to make it one of the greatest albums of all time. Best jazz album, tough one for me. There's a few I love, but I went with this one because I just am so passionate about it. Patricia Barber, jazz pianist, songwriter, singer from Chicago, Cafe Blue. One of the best sounding albums you'll ever hear in your life. I love this album. It has such a mood to it. And she adds just a bit of psych or something just a bit different to her jazz performances, which are great. This is an awesome album. Patricia Barber, Cafe Blue. Next, favorite bluegrass album. J.D. Crowe and the New South. This is Rounder Records 0044. You know any other albums that are famous for their catalog number? What an album this is. Fantastic. If I was ever asked, anybody ever asked me how to get into bluegrass, listen to this album. J.D. Crowe on banjo. Tony Rice on guitar. Ricky Skaggs, mandolin fiddle. Bobby Sloan, bass. Jerry Douglas on dobro. What an album. Next, blues. It's been my favorite blues album since it came out in 1968 or 69. Johnny Winter, Progressive Blues Experiment. Just a ripping blues album. Fantastic. Johnny does on here. He does Rollin' and Tumblin', Tribute to Muddy, Got Love If You Want It, Help Me, which is a Sonny Boy Williamson song, Meantown Blues, which is a Johnny song, Broke Down Engine, Black Cat Bone, the great It's My Own Fault, Darlin', and 44. Fantastic record. This was a reissue on some kind of translucent gold vinyl or yellow vinyl, whatever they want to call that. Excellent, excellent album. Country album. Tough one for me. I don't have a lot of country albums. I'm a bluegrass guy, but I don't really listen to straight country music that much. I was thinking of Steve Earle, but I'm going to go with an album that really isn't a total country album, but it's an artist known as a country artist, and that would be Marty Stewart, and an album that my friend Sam St. John turned me on to, and that is called Way Out West. What a great album. Marty Stewart and the Fabulous Superlatives. I just freaking love this album. It's like I said, it's not what I call it's not like a Tammy Wynette album or anything, but it's just because Marty's in that kind of grouping, I chose this album. Fantastic. Next, favorite prog rock album. Well, that has to be In the Court of the Crimson King, the first prog rock album. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. One of my favorite albums of all time. Favorite classic rock album. Yes, I'm picking this. They are not a prog band. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. That is my favorite classic rock album. Favorite world album. I've got quite a few albums in the world music genre, and I think this album is absolutely beautiful. It's called Between Us, Anushka Shankar, Metropole Orchestra, I guess, with Jules Buckley and Manu Delgado. I don't know other than that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful album. Fantastic stuff. I love Anushka Shankar. She would be my favorite world artist. Okay, and last but not least, my favorite pop album. My favorite pop album would be the live album from Hall & Oates, which I just got on vinyl, Live at the Troubadour. I love this. I could pick, if somebody says, you picked a live album here, then I'll go with an Abandoned Mansionette, but it's going to be Hall & Oates. So, yeah, that's my top 10. What else do I want to say? I want to do there's a contest entry coming up for a young gentleman in the UK by the name of What the Gym, Adam. He's got a contest going on right now. It's an animal-themed contest, really simple to enter. Please, Adam's trying to get to 700 subscribers, so please just go to What the Gym and give Adam a subscribe if you haven't. He's just an awesome guy, and his contest, he had 600 and some subscribers, and he's going for 700. I told him to go for 8, so let's get him over the 800 mark. He'd be thrilled, and he's such a good guy. That's it for today. We will talk soon.